Hello everyone, it's Melanie here with Vintage Hill Studio. I'm so glad you joined me today. I have a cute little fun fold card to share with you. And before I get into that, let me just tell you that inlovearts reached out to me in a collaboration invite, and they let me pick out anything I want on their website as long as I do a couple of videos, and I said, yes, count me in. So this is one of the sets of dies that I picked out. I also did one with a foldable cross card that you can also find on my YouTube channel. But look at this adorable little bunny holding eggs set. inlovearts has some wonderful craft supplies, from stamps to these dies, all kinds of stuff. Go out and take a look, inlovearts.com, and if you use vintage25 coupon code, you can get 25% off anything on their website. So go take a look. They have some adorable things. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit as I go through coloring. I am not a proponent of any one brand of markers. I use whatever I have on hand that seems to work well with my project. So you can see I'm going to mix and match here between brands of markers. Now some are alcohol markers, some are watercolor markers. It doesn't matter. Just use what you've got. Make it your own. That's part of the fun of doing your own art, right? Make it your own. As I go through, I hope you can see the detail that is included with these die cuts. There's some little fur on the bunny's face, and his ears have some cuts in there, and along the feet, and then of course on each one of the eggs. Now I'm not going to go through and color each egg in this video, but you'll get the general idea of the coloring that's involved. I've decided to go with 1 to 2 colors for each one of these little animals, and it's just some shading and highlighting. That's it. So very simple coloring. Of course, do what appeals to you, but that's what I stick with, is more of a simple method here on coloring. And you'll notice while some of the coloring, especially on the shadows here, it looks a little darker, but when these dry, it will dry back a shade lighter. So keep that in mind when you're doing some of your coloring. So again, I'm concentrating on the bunny, and then there's also an adorable tiny little duckling. Those are the two that I'll be showing you the coloring on in the video today, and the eggs I have done off camera. So stand by, you'll see the end result soon. Now I don't know if you can tell on this bunny, but his little arm in the forefront is actually can move up and down. So you can place that egg in between his arms, which is just absolutely an adorable little feature of this bunny. Okay, now for this tiny little guy. Doesn't take much coloring at all to get him done, and he is so adorable. And I think over there on the left hand side, as you're looking at the duckling, his little knee is propped up across his belly. So it looks like he's taking a leap or has hopped into the air. It's just an adorable little die cut. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of my video, this is going to be a fun fold card, so I'm going to use these wonderful little die cut bunny and duckling and the eggs in a fun fold card format. And if you're interested in how I did it, I have everything listed below this YouTube video in the description box, including the instructions on how to build your fun fold card. It's easier than it looks. So anyway, I've included all of the sizes and the cuts and dimensions and everything in the description below. So you can see our little duckling comes together fairly quickly. Just adding a little more shading and highlights to get him some more personality here. And we'll be ready to move on with our card. There are all of the Easter eggs that I've colored, and here maybe you can get a closer look at all of the detail. So one of the little tricks I like to use when their eyes are open like that, in other words, there is a pierced hole for each eye, I don't like to leave those blank looking, so I'll just take a little piece of black cardstock and glue that right behind the eyes. That makes them come to life a little more. Okay, again, a reminder, everything's listed below in the description, below this video, and you don't have to write all that down. It will be listed in the video for you. So here you can see the score lines for my fun fold card. I'm going to reinforce those with my bone folder and we will be ready to move on with the fun fold portion of this card. Now I did decide to cut 2 of everything on this patterned paper because I'm going to go ahead and finish the inside of my card as well. Just so you know that, cut 2 of everything if you want to decorate the inside of your card. I've done the fun folds both ways by leaving the inside of the card completely white and maybe adding a stamped image or 2, and also using the patterned paper. So it's totally up to you. So you can see I'm going to open the card up and run this with the die facing down to cut the little window for the fun fold functional part of my card. Then to get this placed down correctly, I just like to add the glue in the opening of the cutout and add the little square die cut. That's how I make sure it aligns properly. So when you open and close this, you need to have a little opening at the top so this opens and closes very easily. Now to just add the fun details of the die cuts. Look how cute this is going to be with this bunny holding his egg. I will come in later and add a little grass below his feet. Just playing around with the egg positioning. This was just so much fun to work on. So much fun. And then you've got the little surprise when you open your fun fold card. We're going to have the duckling on the inside bottom portion. You can see I've got some grass there around the eggs, and I'm going to place my fun little duckling right on the inside of that little square die cut. So this is the back side of where the bunny is. Hey, I am so glad you joined me today. I hope you will go out and give inlovearts shop, their online shop, a look and see if you can find something wonderful. Their price points are fabulous. They have the cutest dies. So I hope you got inspired to maybe try this card for yourself. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. And wishing everybody happy crafting.